Start recording, start streaming. There we go. So everybody get in the game, and I will tour the place to Heavy.
Hey, you know, everybody listen, you should try this game called Majesty. It's really great. Hero really
I will ban you. I will fucking ban you.
Majesty came out in 2000, but trust me, it's a great game. 10 out of 10 would play again.
I will fucking ban you. I don't know. Who cares about it? It's poop.
Did you just call Fallout poop?
Yes, the original. It doesn't hold up very well. It's like the original. It's like the original Fallout. The original Fallout is like the original Doom. It fucking falls flat on its face when you hold it up to today's standards.
You bring Doom into this, you motherfucker.
The original Doom. No, I know what the original Doom is. I've played the original Doom. It sucks.
You don't know what the original Fallout is. You don't know what Fallout 1 is.
Fallout 1 does not hold up.
Right, Doom 1 doesn't hold up as well as other games do because it's a very simple concept. You shoot things, you win.
Yeah, I know.
You shoot things, you win.
I'm not saying the games were bad for their time. I'm saying they no longer hold up, and so I would not play them.
No. Fallout holds up. Doom,
no,
it's questionable.
Neither of those hold up.
You've never even played Fallout.
No, I haven't, but I've seen gameplay of it, and it looks terrible.
It's a role-play.
It looks terrible. It looks kind of clunky.
It looks terrible. It's old. Oh, it's so old. Oh, it must be bad because it's old.
Well, no, I'm not saying. I'm not saying it's bad because it has bad graphics. I mean, just like I've seen gameplay of it, and it just, to me, looks terrible. It doesn't look like something I'd enjoy.
Oh yeah, God.
But I completely and totally. It's not great compared to modern Mario titles, and it doesn't hold up super well, but it is playable. And yes, I can say that because I have an NES right next to me with the original Super Mario Brothers on it.
Wait, hold on.
Minecraft is from 2009, and the graphics are really bad. There's really no concrete gold. I can just say the game is awful all I want, just because it doesn't have the things that I necessarily want. But Minecraft is really good.
What? I never said that Fallout 1 was like a bad game. I just said it just looks bad. It doesn't look like I'd enjoy it, so I'm not going to play it. I didn't say the game was bad. I totally... No, what? No, it's like when I brought up the Doom thing. Like, Doom, for example, the original Doom falls flat on its face and does not hold up to modern gaming standards. But I understand how at the time it was good. However, even if the original Doom came out today and, like, that was the standards of gaming, I still wouldn't like it because it's not my kind of game. Same with Fallout 1. I don't think Fallout 1 holds up to modern gaming standards.
Okay, modern gaming standards. Have you ever heard of Disco Elysium?
What the fuck is that?
That's like,
also Heavy. Where are you?
It's just like Fallout 1 in Russia, but modern day with better graphics, and it's like the same thing with a few more mechanics.
Have you ever heard of that game Ultra Kill?
Yes, I have.
Now that one, it has like very classic old school gaming style, but technically,
yeah, but unlike, you know, fucking Doom, the controls hold up, and you can control your character without wanting to scream and break your face off of things.
Yeah, I agree. Like, Doom, like the original Doom,
it controls like ass. It does not hold up.
Okay, I'll give you that. That's why even I got fucking GZ Doom, so that way I could.
Oh, did I change the game on Twitch?
Controls on the game.
Yeah, if you're gonna play the original Doom, you want to play that one that you mentioned. I was trying to think of the name of it to make that point earlier, because somebody remade it. Somebody remade it. Not only do you look up and down, and now you actually have to somewhat aim at the enemies more than just left and right. It's
yeah, it also like updates
it's just generally better.
Makes the game better. Allows for mods to be downloaded.
Like there's though I will say that there's a difference between like this game is still good and this game was good for its time, but now it sucks. And to me, that's what Doom and the original Fallout are.
I'll agree in the case of Doom for the simple fact, only because nowadays classic Doom is only being held on its legs because of the modding community.
Like
yeah, but won't GZ Doom take any Doom mods as well?
GZ Doom is the thing.
Oh, is it like okay? So it's basically the modding platform everybody uses. Where is Heavy? Heavy, where are you?
Yeah, it's the mod loader / tech.
Hold on, guys. Shut up so I can hear Heavy.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Still loading in. Also,
did you set your network quality and your settings to ultra?
No.
You might want to try that. That'll help.
What?
I seem to be fine.
In the game's options, if you go under gameplay, you can set the network quality to ultra. That should help you connect faster. But you will have to restart the game for it to take effect.
I can actually see you running around pretty well. You're not lagging into shit.
Yeah, because I turned the network quality on my end up to ultra instead of having it on medium. Also, Sponkold, where are you? Is this your corpse? I'm gonna beat it.
I just realized it's past the event for Christmas, I think, isn't it?
No, it ends, like, the 13th of this month, doesn't it?
Oh, so we can
Hey, have
still
you
got
guys
plenty
heard of a
time.
game called Cyberpunk 2077? It was pretty great for its time. Now it's just...
Oh.
No.
Cyberpunk, no. I mean, it stayed true to its source material, but its source material is appealing to, like, my father, and the people who play games now are me, not my father.
Oh yeah, apparently the source material was a tabletop role-playing game.
It was.
Yeah.
The best way to the best review I heard was, I think it was Polygon, which said it's not Cyberpunk, it's Dad Rock. Basically, what I think they should have done, this is my opinion, is Cyberpunk as a concept, good idea. What they should have done is realized the audience that would appreciate the game staying true to its source tabletop material is people who are currently 40 and 50, and probably used to play games at the dawn of gaming, like my father, but unlike my father, most of those people aren't rich, work 9-to-5s, and have families, so can't sit on their ass and play video games again like they could when they were 20. So, most of the people that the game they were designing, would appeal to wouldn't play it, and the current base of gamers that are, you know, free to play games willy-nilly are late teenagers and young adults, so they really should have redesigned the material to better fit what that group would have imagined the future would look like in 40 years, rather than what my dad would have thought the future would look like in 40 years ago.
Yeah, we don't need Blade Runner with all that shit. That's basically what Cyberpunk is.
Damn, Heavy, do you get a loading bar or anything, or is it just taking you forever?
Huh? No, I got the, it didn't let me connect, so I... Wait, what? Hang on. It didn't
Who are you trying to connect to? Me, right?
Yeah, I connect to you. I restarted the game after I set the, it to ultra, the network quality. So I'm launching it again.
Yeah.
My game was running like dick, and it turns out that wallpaper engine was taking up like 80% of my GPU for a minute.
Yeah, I have wallpaper engine set to when the wallpapers aren't visible to like freeze. Even though I don't have to. Because my computer is a fucking monster compared to yours.
It sounds like there's a thing here, but I can't.
Yeah, it's a god compared to mine.
I'm pretty sure
Yes.
it's a still background.
Sounds like
You think it's a still background, but it's probably in the form of like a video file or something. So it's eating up GPU to render it.
It's like having a fucking panic attack.
Yeah. So anyhow, Sponkold, what is it we had to do this time? Oh right, Sponkold, I think I remember saying last time, so the line we have over here that was being automated, what were you trying to do on it? Because it looks like you were trying to add something to it that you didn't finish. Over here. Yeah.
Oh,
I was trying to make, I think modular frames.
Right. So do you want to finish that, and then what I think we should do, basically, yeah, we'll just finish the automation for the iron line. So what I'm thinking, since this line is pretty, I'd say these lines are pretty saturated. I'd say, I don't know. Actually, you know what, Spunkle, what do you think we should do? Do you think we should keep going with this line, or should we, Hold on a minute. Spunkle, you know what? I've completely forgotten our plans, so tell you what, let's review this line and get a refresher on what the fuck it's doing. Make doors, then, where you need them. I didn't add doors specifically for the reason of I didn't know where they needed to go. So as you need a door, throw it in, but don't put like a million doors in the same fucking wall.
I don't know where to put one because I don't know
where do you need to go?
I need to go inside.
He doesn't know
then break the wall. If they're... Oh my god. Where? Fine. Where is he? I'll go put a fucking door down for his incompetent ass.
I broke a wall.
Okay, never mind. Anyhow, Sponkold, since I don't remember what's producing what, well, oh, Heavy is here. Hello. Sponkold, do you want to review this production line from start to finish? Let me know what the fuck it's doing, and then I'll plan with you what we work on next, and while you do that, I'll give Heavy a tour.
Oh, no, let me give him the tour.
You did a terrible job. Wait, where did he go? He was here a second ago, but now he's gone.
I don't know. Where'd he go?
Heavy? Where'd you go?
Did you get lost in the Christmas?
Oh no, here he is.
But where?
He's floating in game, so he's in here.
Okay. I will give you a tour. It would be best tour in the world.
I should probably do that, but whatever. Anyhow,
I don't care.
Let me have.
Let me know when you're in game. Do you remember what you were doing over here, Dunder?
Oh.
What?
No.
Dunder Sponkold.
Oh shit. Okay. You know what? Fine. You want to review the manufacturer line over here, and I'll get back to you after we show everything off to Heavy.
I'm doing things in the computer.
Heavy, I see your character model floating. You're close, but you're not quite.
You close? You close?
Fixed it. Tip number 14. My life things need to live. I have several questions about that sentence, but you know.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. We'll just leave the tour up to Slayer. Slayer, you do the tour. But anyhow, Spunkle, what are we doing here with this line? We got 8 iron productions, and what are these going into here? We have rods and screws being produced to make Spunkold, what's going on over here again? Can you explain this?
This keyboard has no keys.
What?
Maybe it's just because my textures are low. This keyboard has no keys.
No, Spunkold, come over here and explain what's going on with these splitters.
No, I want to hear more about that keyboard. Why does it have no keys?
I don't know. It has no key. It has no keys. It's just here.
Oh my god, Spunkold! What is this abomination you made of splitters over here? What is it doing exactly? I'm having trouble following.
Splitters?
Yeah, this here. It looks like you've got 2 going into a merger. And then you've got... I did?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened.
Oh wait, right. This was to handle rod overflow.
Oh,
and send rods to the awesome sink.
In here has solitaire going. Hell yeah.
Okay, that's what that was for. Okay.
They're winning.
So okay, I remember.
I'd rather play Minesweeper right now.
I remember, Spunkold. So this was to send extra rods over to the awesome sink.
Yeah,
so this is producing rotors. What routers? Oh fuck, whatever it's called. Rotors. All right. So what are routers used for? Rotor? Fuck, router?
They're used...
Oh, does the word have a U in it or no?
No.
It's rotor.
R-O-T-O-R. Rotor. Okay, rotor.
Yeah,
rotor.
Yeah.
Router is internet stuff.
Yeah,
this is a rotor.
The one that has a U in it.
Router or router, depending on where you're from. This is...
Yes. Router or router, depending on where you're from.
This is rotor. So, Spunkold, are rotors used for anything in crafting?
I can double check real quick.
You can do a lot of things, like for buildings and all that.
Yeah, but are we gonna make smart plating with them, like stuff like that?
Probably
AI limiter. Okay. So smart plating we do need, and that uses rotors and reinforced iron plate. So this is making the rotors.
We would only need rotors for actual building.
Also, Spunkold, remember, because overclocking uses more energy, and it's easier to have more space than it is more energy, we should preferably use multiple machines rather than overclocking one. Preferably. Because I found it's much easier to saturate the power than it is to saturate the space.
Indeed.
So, Right.
When are you getting in the game?
We need an advanced plate machine.
I'm just sitting here waiting for the tour to begin, and it's boring.
Okay, shit. So what do you have going on here? This is making advanced plates. Or iron plates, sorry. Iron plates are going into here to make modular frames. Right. This also needs a supply of rods. Sponkold. Do we have enough rods for that?
For the frames?
Dingus dongus doobity boop.
Well, let me see here. This machine here is using 24 rods per minute, and this machine here is producing how many? This is producing 37 point... What? Oh, yeah, 37.5 per minute. So 37.5 minus 24 is how much?
We really shouldn't aim for 100% efficiency.
Shut up.
Bored.
Because when we aim for 100% efficiency, it makes it harder to like actually edit.
Answer the question.
A lot of this is where most of our problems are coming from.
I'm aware. I'm aware, but I still need to know how much is going over to your thing. That way I know if we need to get one of the rod lines from the other iron building over here, or not.
I don't know.
Okay, thank you for answering the fucking question.
I'm bored.
I'm in, I think.
Your name got smaller and went blue, so maybe.
Yes, that
I
would be a
already
yes.
hate this game. I don't want to be yelled at when I don't know something.
What do you mean?
That's what
I'm already just not having fun.
Would you rather play Majesty again and whoop my ass?
I would rather play Majesty.
Is this
I mean,
some weird
be
ploy
fair,
to get me to play Majesty?
Majesty on the side. All things considered, we could probably just like alt tab in and out.
Is this a weird weird thing to get me to play Majesty? 37.5.
No, do you mean like me not liking the game?
Yes, is this a weird thing where like I'm not going to play this game and we're going to play
just
Majesty
don't
to get you to play
Satisfactory.
Majesty?
It's one of those things where he's been playing
24.
out.
I've been burnt out for like...
Yeah, Majesty,
24,
however, we've only barely played that.
37.5 minus 24.
I found out there's a recruitment.
24 plus 10 is 34, so
game, actually.
37.5.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a recruitment.
Hold on a minute, I'm trying to do math. 37.5 minus 24 gets us 17.5.
Use a calculator.
So that's more than half. I don't have easy access to a calculator right now.
Google.
Yeah, but if I alt-tab out of my game, since it's not running at the same resolution of my monitor, it's going to go all weird and wonky, and I don't want to deal with it while I'm live streaming.
The way I alt-tab is I just push the Windows key.
Great, and you know what? I'm running a 256 by 1920, 256 by 1080 monitor, and the game is running at 1920 by 1080. So when I alt-tab out, Windows goes, time to resize the screen, and so everything freaks out and readjusts itself, and I have to readjust where all my programs are sitting before I reopen the fucking game. I'm not doing that. How about you assume I have a fucking reason for what I'm doing?
What? Don't you ever have your, like, recording for the screen ever just set to just the game?
It is, but the problem is, when I alt-tab out, all of my other windows resize and replace themselves, so OBS will, when I go back into the game, wind up behind the game instead of on my second screen. There is a reason why I do things this way.
That never happens to me.
That's because you run your games in the exact same resolution as your display. Try running multiple screens and then running games in full screen, not at your screen's native resolution, and then alt-tabbing, and you'll notice your windows shift around where they're positioned.
I don't fucking know. I'm not tech-savvy like that shit. Oh, hi.
Okay, well then why didn't you just trust me when I said initially, there's a reason for it?
I have a hard time trusting people.
My god.
I feel that.
What does it cost to make an AI limiter?
You use OBS or OBS Streamlabs?
I use OBS because OBS Streamlabs is fucking AIDS.
I think the exact opposite. We went through this during the Christmas stream.
Yes, we did. And it is AIDS, and you are wrong.
I mean, you're wrong, but who's counting?
Yeah, except it uses like 5 times as much CPU power. That's ridiculous. I'm not doing that.
You said you needed an AI limiter?
Yeah, how do I make one?
What is that? What is going on?
I don't know.
What is that?
I don't know. You said you need an AI limiter?
Yeah, what does it cost to make one?
Using 5 copper sheet and 20 quick wire.
Okay, so we don't have quick wire getting made yet. Where did you go, Heavy?
I got kicked, apparently.
What the fuck? How?
Okay, so we don't have quick wire, so I can't do the smart splitter right now.
Outgoing reliable buffer overflow.
What does that even mean?
What?
I've never heard of that.
His fucking text in his name is now just like stuck there, so it doesn't move around. So it's just static text.
What?
No, if Sponkold, I'm willing to bet it is not his ISP and it's his computer. Sponkold, Sponkold, you have no idea how cursed his fucking computer is. Like, I swear that like I swear witches are real. Okay, and one of them fucking visited his house in his sleep and cursed his fucking electronics. Because Heavy always has these weird problems. Like, Heavy, remember when I had the Hesh 2, so you got a pair and yours acted unbelievably weird, and then you got a second pair and the second one was fine? You remember that?
Kind of.
The first pair you had did all these weird behaviors that didn't make any sense, and the second pair just never had those problems.
You should stop downloading cursors and Minecraft mods from 9 Minecraft.
9 Minecraft is total garbage. I used to use it, and I regret it.
I don't know what that is.
I am afraid to turn on my old laptop lest it connect to my Wi-Fi and infect it with a tunneling virus.
Okay, so what's... Okay, I understand why I did this. Sponkold, what I was doing, since we don't have smart splitters, I have it set up so that a majority of the iron rods will go into the thing to make the rotors. Did I say it right?
You did.
Okay. The majority will go in to make the rotors, and the minority of items will get sent off to the side to get shifted over to what was initially the Awesome Sink, but you now have going into this production machine here. So how quickly can we produce iron plates?
Can we
and you're splitting them in half.
Shop?
Why have you split it like this?
Josh, can we send presents into the Awesome Shop?
We don't send presents into the Awesome Shop.
I'm gonna sink.
Oh, I have not tried.
We might want to try that. We have an excess.
You can try.
Is the Christmas stuff just gonna like disappear?
I have no fucking idea.
None of us truly know.
Nobody has any idea. So why are you splitting it this way?
First one, isn't it?
Spunkold, why are you splitting it this way?
Sad.
Demon, shut up! Spunkold, why are you splitting it this way?
One of these, what the fuck? I'm getting pushed around. One of these needs to go, like one output is towards the modular frame, and then the other 2 are towards storing advanced plates.
Okay, Demon, continue. 7.2.
I was just gonna say I was gonna be upsetting spaghetti.
So how many screws is this receiving per minute?
Very upsetting spaghetti right now.
Wait, so how many screws are being made per minute here? 30, this is receiving... It's using 120 per minute, so we want to turn it down to where...
Please don't maximize it.
Why did Sans pop into my head when I thought of spaghetti? That's fucking Papyrus' thing anyway.
Yeah. Don't you play Undertale? Best game of all time.
I played it once.
Undertale was a fantastic game.
It's on my YouTube channel, and I never got past the point where the video ends.
Oh, you're a fool.
I just never continued playing it after that recording.
Undertale is a unique game, but I don't want to sink time into it.
I feel like if I were gonna sink time into it again, I would literally only do it for recording, and I would revive the recording series.
Okay, so it is producing 120 per minute. This is using 120 per minute.
Massively overrated.
Oh yeah, it's definitely overrated by its community and by the internet in general. 100%, it's overrated. However,
It's not terrible.
I still think it's a great game. Like I think
And
it's
the music fucking
I think
slaps.
it's a fantastic game. I think it's extremely unique, and I think it deserves a lot of the praise it gets. But I do believe its community overhypes the shit out of it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
whatever complaints someone has about
43.
Undertale, they always just like whatever complaint you have, the music is fucking amazing. It's there's no universe that music could be considered bad.
I mean, like, who could take a listen to Megalovania, the most meme song of them all, and still say that that's shit? Like, no. You hear those first few beats, and you're just like, oh, hell yeah. All it takes for you to get invested in anything, instantaneously.
Oh.
And then you're just like, yes, give me more.
I mean, now it's such a meme that everyone.
Spunkle, do you try to keep organization to the factory floors you make? Because I'm having a little bit of trouble following your stuff.
I try to do it.
Okay.
Heavy is
I
trying to
don't
connect,
really
Bill,
remember
but
how-
he's failing.
I'm aware he's clearly not here. There's nothing I can do about it. If there was, I would.
Turn your PC off and then back on again.
I'm not doing that.
I didn't mean yours, I meant his.
Turn
might
your
work.
PC off, walk away.
That might work considering he like never turned off his computer. Which, by the way, Heavy would always have problems with his hard drives quite often. I could never quite place it. Yeah, but I could never quite place it. And then he's like, "Oh, I never turn it off." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's where your problems are coming from." Your hard drives will.
It's probably that he doesn't updated shit in a while.
No,
actually physically damaged.
Yes, when you
That's
run
what
hard
keeping it on
drives,
those.
they physically become damaged. So if you just leave your computer
can't
running
really
all the
repair
time, you fuck your hard drives much faster.
Wait, does that also count for sleep mode?
No,
Oh,
because
okay.
it turns the drives
I-
off. I mean, you
okay,
should still just
I
flat
confused.
turn your computer off in the first place, because that's a really good idea.
I always just put it into sleep mode.
You should really just turn it off.
Oh, but then I have to wait a hella long time to...
What do you mean? How fucked is your computer if it takes a long time to start back up?
It takes like...
If
it
it
takes like...
doesn't have an SSD.
If you say, "Oh, it takes a minute," if you say it takes a minute, I'm going to strangle you.
No, it takes like 5 minutes just to get on the home screen, and then like another 10 just to get all the programs running.
What kind of computer do you have? Or
One that
what
doesn't
are
have
you...
an SSD.
Not everyone's running a mega beast PC.
Alex's computer has a hard drive in it, and you know what? Mine with an SSD, an old SSD takes 10 seconds to boot. Alex's takes 15 to 20, except as of recently, because his hard drive is dying, and he refuses to replace it.
It's not just the initial boot, it's also like getting it running. It's
Yeah,
not
like
just,
getting all the
fuck,
programs to start back up and shit like Discord.
That has never, ever been an issue on any computer I've ever run. Never has my computer been bad enough.
It's an issue of his, apparently.
Every computer I've ever ran, whenever I turn the computer off or update it and then turn it like back on,
Alright,
like it takes
I'm
like,
gonna...
at least 5 to 10 minutes for Steam and Discord and everything else to start back up.
Hasn't your computer been like, you've had like trouble streaming or whatever?
Wait,
like,
I see
right?
what you were doing here,
Yeah,
Sponkold.
but recently it's decided not to like unfuck itself, so I don't know. Maybe it's just dependent on what game I'm streaming.
Here, Spunkle, I'm getting rid of the Mark II conveyor belts here, because there's only one line of stuff coming out, and it can only produce a max of 60 per minute when it's not being used for other things, which it's almost always being used for other things.
Like when we were playing Stick Fight, the live stream wasn't fucking up. The second we were playing Board Game Online, it started fucking up a little bit towards the end. And then when we were finishing it up with No More Room in Hell, it was like, well, residual fucking up from past shit's gonna cause it to fuck up even more now.
Slayer, what are your specs?
I never remember my specs.
Yeah, you see, that's...
Yeah. You don't have to remember them as long as it works.
Okay, so I see what you did here, Spunkle. You had it so that since this takes more than 40 per minute, and each one of these produces 40 per minute, you have it set so that this splits in half, sending 20 that way, which turns into 60 going this way. Total.
I don't even know. It's been like weeks. It's been months since we actually set that up.
No, it's been... Actually, yeah, it's been months since we set this part up. I don't know what's up with Heavy, though. This is unfortunate that he cannot join.
Yeah, if this next one doesn't join, then we can definitely do something else. because I'm losing patience with this.
Yeah,
Again,
we'll have to
turn
figure out
off
what's
your
going on. So
PC,
anyhow,
turn it back
24
on,
iron
make it
rod.
work.
I would gladly just stop playing this right now. I'd rather play board game online. Because that's actually really fun.
17.5. 17. I'm not playing Majesty. Fuck off. 17.5 goes here, and this uses 12 per minute. So we are overproducing on the rods, and it's a tiny amount of overproduction. So I don't think it's worth it for us to split it to an awesome sync without a smart splitter, because we won't be able to reliably do that.
Oh shit, I just realized. I can still see outside my base.
I
using
will
most
see
of
if
my
I can
windows.
slightly underclock it, though. So we're using 24 plus...
I forgot
shit,
about
that's-
that. My windows.
24...
my
Yeah,
base
this is
look
very
outside.
slow. We should probably...
Hell yeah.
Sponkold, do we ever need a lot of the raw materials, like plates and stuff, other than for making belts and things, which... We could, Sponkold, since the high-level stuff takes so much, right? We could go to our other iron building, deconstruct a bunch of it, and set it up so that it's also producing, like, advanced stuff, rather than that one just producing raw materials. You know what I mean by, like, the raw materials, right? Like, the basic stuff.
Yeah, we really do need like a constant store of those materials because we're always going to need them.
Yeah. All right, so
This seems
So-
to be
so-
sufficient enough for now.
so
Later
the
on, we're
other
gonna
so
have
the
to move
other
to new iron.
so the other iron building we have, should we have it set up so it's like it is now, where it's producing the basic materials, and we have it set up so that it fills containers with the basic materials and then sends the other, 50-50 to produce other things, or have it so that like we have, I don't know, in there, let's say, I forget the actual numbers, let's say we have 4 lines producing rods, we have 1 line going into a storage container and the other 3 go towards production, or is that too few?
Why are you asking me?
Well, because you might have a slightly better idea than me.
I don't anymore.
Also, it's mostly just I'm spitballing off of others so that other people can give input. What seems like the best way to do that?
When you go on like a 30-second tirade about what you're thinking, I can't. No one can follow that.
Are all the awesome things
I'm just
connected?
gonna be real.
Yes, they
Also,
are
it's-
Slayer, I believe.
Oh,
This is
okay. That kind of sucks.
Build another.
there is no you are not allowed.
That means that the 3 coupons. I
Okay,
picked
so
are the only
Sponkold,
3
so-
I'm gonna get.
So what I was saying, so you know how we have our other iron building here, right?
The other for the raw materials.
The
it creates
yeah,
raw.
for like basics and raw materials, right?
Yeah, I think we should
So-
keep that on its own.
Okay, but what I'm thinking is, do we want to keep this entire section dedicated to just the basics? Because if so, we should redo this a little bit. That way, when it's not producing stuff for us to use, it should go into awesome sinks, right? Okay, and if we want to, because we're low as far as materials go on this line, put some of that line towards actual production, right? Okay, still following?
Yeah.
Should we have, like, we have 4 lines over there producing rods, should we have 1 line producing rods and the other 3 rod lines go to production, or should we split all of the lines?
I think we should play something else.
Alright, so for the
play
next
competitive
couple of
Minesweeper.
weeks, should I wipe Satisfactory from the stream schedule just because Sponkold's getting sick of it and Heavy can't connect?
I've been sick of it forever.
Yeah,
Should we
but you were able to
do-
tolerate it for a while.
Should we do like variety? Just play. a
Well,
random
at the
game
moment-
Honestly, that's
Something
that
like
sounds a
that,
lot more
yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, I have
we
a
can
whole
knock
bunch of games going.
knock Satisfactory off the schedule for like a month or 2.
Yeah, I see. I don't see why not. We can still have our Friday thing where we come together. We just do something random.
Yeah.
Can nuke Satisfactory to the 7th circle of hell, you know?
Exactly. Lock it up so that it doesn't hurt anybody else. No more innocents will have their blood shed.
Fucking
Yeah,
treachery.
36, so that's actually producing the perfect amount for the production line now.
So then, what game are we just? Wait, hold on. Are we still gonna continue playing it tonight, or are we just gonna?
I'm gonna say we continue going for tonight, just because we're already halfway through a stream. So it's a bit of an awkward
Alright, bye,
time to
guys.
change it. I see you floating in the room. It's unfortunate that you
I
can't
see
seem to
the
connect
loading
fully.
He's not floating for me. He's standing on the ground.
Yeah. Oh well, he's floating like a foot and a half, or a foot or half a foot above it, anyways. So alright.
Well, what would be the next game that we would play then?
I
for
don't
the
know.
next Friday?
But I'm wondering, like, for the rest of this, how are we going to go about getting more materials later?
Just noticed the tractor is working.
There's
actually-
always
Yeah, because it's all set to Ultra now.
there's
Anyhow,
always
so...
no more room in hell. We could always continue doing that. I mean,
Eh,
I think we were the only ones that liked that.
yeah, I wasn't a
Also-
big fan of it.
Unfortunate introduction.
I mean, it's still a fun game. It's just the
I
maps
like-
we're playing weren't exactly the best.
Yeah, but I understand if no one wants to continue that.
So let's see here.
'Cause
So this building
amazing
of
production,
iron
but I really
will...
like it.
I guess we'll just dedicate to basics then.
I'm
Let
just
me
gonna.
head into Copper City real quick and go and take a look through my Steam library. See. What
Spunkold,
other
are you
things we could
sure we
possibly-
couldn't dedicate like half of the basics building to my brain turned off. Sure we couldn't dedicate half of the basics building to production of things, or is, you know what, nah, we should just, nah, we'll just leave this producing basics, so I'll have to hook it up to awesome sinks. Right. So Spunkold, are you still in?
I'm still in. I'm in the game.
Okay, I think we're gonna have to start trucking in resources from elsewhere, actually.
Okay, so in terms of
So,
the game,
Spunkold, guess what?
okay.
Your highway idea wasn't that stupid after all. Probably.
Yeah, I never thought it was.
Yeah, well, I did.
Say shit. I would say Phasmophobia, but not. I don't think.
I don't
anyone
have it.
Have that except for me.
And I don't think it's worth its
Yeah.
current price.
Yeah, Phasmophobia. It sounds like a game that could be fun, like every now and then, but
I wouldn't pay the
it
price
really
they're
feels
asking for it
like
at the moment.
the entire internet just like collectively burned themselves out on it by playing it too much. You know, like Fall
They did
Guys.
the same thing with Among Us.
Yeah, because like it wasn't really that fun to do constantly. It's a party game, so like everyone just played it way too much.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. So,
again,
Spunkold,
like-
as long as we're still doing this for tonight, let's do something a little different than we usually do. Let's go find resource nodes and throw beacons on them.
Wait, hold on. What about finishing the Christmas stuff? If we, let's get
you
the,
can-
let's get the star on that tree.
That is true, we haven't done that.
We
What?
have to do Foundry stuff, right, for that?
Well, no, I'm just saying because, like, for example, we're producing the advanced plating so slowly, right? Some of the machines along the production line for that advanced plating are even overclocked, and until we get to steel production, we can't have Mark III conveyor belts or Tier 2 miners. Therefore, we can't really pull the resources that are located here out of the ground faster. I think we need to start trucking in stuff from other areas in the map. So I'm just saying right now we
Okay.
go exploring and place nodes where important
Alternatively-
resources are.
Alternatively, we don't focus everything in one factory because it's only seemed to make things harder.
Yeah, but I like the challenge.
Wait a minute. Who are you? No, but why haven't we played Gary's mod?
I just haven't had
I
anything
think
to do
we
in it.
did without you a long time ago.
Yeah, we
we
used to
should
do
put
that quite
Gary's
often, but we all just kind of got bored of it, sort of.
Well, I figured we could like just do modded sandbox shit and maybe play some.
That's not very
modes.
fun. Just fucking around in sandbox isn't super fun.
I could continue to win in what was it, the fucking Stalker thing? Was it called Stalker?
I don't remember. Anyways,
I've
Spunkold,
only
let's
used it
you want to make some
Touch the
beacons.
little
You want to make
challenges.
some beacons, and we'll go looking for resources.
I was thinking
gonna-
maybe
I
we could have
can-
like build competitions where we try to use the physics of Gary's mod to just build just. the
I
most
think I
absurd shit.
was fucking around and did that with either Spunkold or my brother. Do you remember that Spunkold? Do you remember us doing that?
I think we were in Sandbox, but I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I
but were we
I was
doing a
pretty
thing where
checked.
it was like, here's stuff, build a thing?
There's also always
I-
Raft for you too.
Oh, I just realized hijacking one of the coal tractors to go exploring for resource nodes is a terrible idea because it essentially shuts off the power. I shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, Raft is always a game you guys can.
I don't have it.
Get at some point. I was saying get it at some
Yeah,
point.
I know it's on
Don't really
sale
want
for
it that
your
much
shit.
either.
Well,
I'm,
Heavy and
I'm
I
not really
do it.
into the. Like, does Raft have a story?
Yes,
I
but it's incomplete.
Maybe I'll get it.
Hey, Spunkold, can this Explorer hold more than one person? It has 2 seats.
An Explorer? Don't think.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wait? Is there already an Explorer just laying around?
Yes, that we made.
Shit, I've been like getting everything to make it.
I feel like the series.
Well,
Sam
you know what?
would really only be good for like, a
I'm
one-time
not
thing.
playing Serious Sam either. I don't find it fun. If it's a first-person shooter, I will probably not want to play it.
What about bad guys at school?
I've never heard of that in my entire life.
It's kind of funny. It's like you go into the school as a bad
Okay, we're
guy
talking
or like a bully
about-
or a teacher, and
We're
as a
talking
teacher,
about serious shooters, and then we're talking about a school game. I don't like where this is going.
no, the school game is that the bad guys or like the bullies or whatever, they have to like do as much shit that's just like fucking what I don't know, like knocking over people, like
Anyhow, Spunkold, do you have enough stuff? Do you have enough stuff to make
do a bunch of crazy shit. You get jetpacks. and
Oh wait,
whatnot.
yeah, I've seen that. It's fun for like half an hour, and then you run out of shit to do, and it just turns into a "Who's your daddy" problem.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That sounds like Who's Your Daddy? Like,
Yeah,
not like
you run into the
same,
"Who's
but
your daddy"
like
problem super quickly.
gameplay.
Yeah, but again,
Like,
if
stop.
we're doing a variety thing, it'd be fun to play for just like one time.
Yeah, but I don't want to pay. How much does it cost?
Let me check.
If it's any less than, or if it's any
If
more than,
it's
like,
any
a single
if it's any
dollar.
more than $5, and even then, that's pushing it.
$4.99.
Maybe
How much did I pay for Who's Your Daddy like 6 years ago?
a lot,
Well, there's
probably.
also always golf with their friends. We can always do.
Anyhow, Spunkold, do you have the stuff to make an Explorer on you?
Yes.
Alright, in that case, do you want to make one? Just nab some coal off of the coal line, and we can both go out exploring the map for resource nodes?
Yeah, I'm just getting some cable to make more beacons.
Okay.
There's,
Wait, you need cable for beacons? Huh. I've
we
just
could
got 20
definitely probably
beacons.
do
I think
more
that'll be fine for now,
Minecraft-related
right?
stuff. Maybe just try to pick out more mod packs.
We could. Ooh, one of the maps
to
given away in the Bedrock edition was a Nox Crew Elytra map that looks really fun. It was given away as part of the Christmas thing.
Wait, why don't we do some like fucking like create mod stuff?
That would be fun. I actually did suggest that as a series to replace Blightfall, where we do the create mod and we try to build some kind of a factory using just create and
Would you
vanilla.
want to do just the create mod, or would you want to add like a couple extra flavor mods in?
No, I'd want to do just create because create really meshes with the vanilla style of the game extremely well, and I think it's
Yeah,
really
but
intuitive.
like,
I really
It doesn't really have much to do once you've got factories done. You know what I mean?
I mean,
yeah,
what
but that's
about-
because it's in
yeah,
version
we might wanna add other
0.3, but
other
it would
flavor
still
mods.
take a while to even build a factory out of create. And it's not like I want to pull a Technic where it's like build giant quarry and build Satisfactory style giant factory. It's just create has a really unique set of mechanics, and I think it would be a reasonable, fairly easy short-term goal to build like a
Create, it's
create
like-
factory.
Great. It's like, oh, I've made a giant cookie factory. What now?
Yeah.
Why-
But
why
that's
do
exactly
this?
what I want to
And
do.
that's-
I want
and
us
that's
to
just
make
the
like
feeling you
a
get, and
giant.
You just feel disappointed afterward.
Okay,
I wouldn't feel
here's an idea
disappointed.
I
I'd feel
just came up
accomplished.
with. What if we do create mod for the most part, just by itself, and then towards the end when we're like nearing our goal, we start sprinkling in just like a few, like maybe like 2 or 3 extra little mods that change up the game.
I mean,
So
if
that way
you
it's
can
like
find if you can find stuff that meshes well with Create, because like again, I like Create because it's got a very
I don't-
vanilla feel to
I
it.
don't know if there really are any other mods that mesh well with it, aside from maybe Biomes of Plenty.
Honestly, I don't think Biomes of Plenty mashes that well with Minecraft in the first place. In fact,
No,
Biomes of
I'm
Plenty is a pretty outdated biome generation mod at this point. There's like a million others now. Granted, most
but,
of
I
them
mean,
are for
that's-
Sodium, and Create is for not Sodium. Most of them are for Fabric, and Create is for Forge.
Yes,
And,
and Forge is what a lot of people use these days.
No, people are definitely switching to Fabric. It's more common for
but
newer
still
mods to be
mostly-
developed on
still mostly
Fabric.
Forge.
Yeah,
And
it's
the
still
thing is,
mostly
most
Forge in the
mods are-
community, but people are
And-
slowly switching to Fabric because it's a hell of a
and
lot
mo-
better.
Most mods that people play are not still in development,
Yes.
so no one's like actually there to port them over. So people.
But I'm
are
also
always-
kind of sick and tired of playing Minecraft 1.18, but there's this mod you've seen a million other times in a million other mod packs. Like, I'm kind of getting sick of dealing with the old games mechanics and a bunch of mods I've played already. I want to do new shit.
I mean, yeah, really, it's just the mods we've already seen ported over to new ones, and then really no new mods have been created.
Well, yeah, like, Create is a good example, because there's plenty of factory mods, but Create has a very, very different method of doing it.
You could just you showed me, like, Hero showed me Create, and we both downloaded it. We both played it like on our own world, but
Yeah,
thought,
we were
I was
just
thinking,
fucking
there's
around.
gears. I wonder, can I make a? I just thought like, can I make a gearbox? And I made a gearbox.
Yep.
Just gears.
I watched a bunch of the tutorials by the guy who made the mod and by somebody else who just likes the mod and is figuring it out on his own, and you could do a ton of awesome shit.
It seems like it's tough to match other mods just because of like.
Yeah,
how
it is tough to
crazy it
master, but honestly, to me, like, Create seems like it would be easier to master than a lot of the other, like, tech and automation mods. Then again, that might just be to me, like, opening an interface and configuring something that way, to me, isn't as intuitive as Mechanical Force. And Create functions off of
Simulator would be
Mechanical
perfect.
Force. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, Hand Simulator would be perfect to play for the variety, like, months and shit like that, because it only
Yes,
costs,
but I
like,
don't like
$1.
I don't like games where the entire premise of it is the game is designed to fight you,
But
and
we
that's
only
why
have to
it's
play it
hard.
Once, and it's only $1.
Dark Souls, I personally don't like because I'm very bad at games. It's not fun for me. However, it is a good game because the challenge comes not from the controls fighting you and making you feel like your fingers are fucking ramen noodles. The challenge comes from actual well-built levels and difficult to fight enemies, and it's not complete bullshit.
Well, what about Human Fall Flat?
Those controls
that's-
are designed to
that's
be
actually pretty good.
wonky, but not frustrating. Like, the controls are a little wonky, but they don't fight you.
Yeah, I
Is
feel
it,
like
like,
Human Fall
things
Flat might
like-
be fun.
You also just like even if you fuck up a little bit in Human Fall Flat, you haven't really lost much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
whereas in Hand Simulator, like, you leave your thumb sticking out when you pick something up, and your character just fucking dies for no reason. Like, it's not super well made.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I
there's
want to.
also always Paladins we could always play if we ever want to do something like that.
That is something we should
I
do
mean,
again.
yeah, it's an FPS, but like it's.
For some reason, I was good at Paladins, which leads me to believe that the community of people that play Paladins weren't very good at shooters.
I think okay, I have a theory. Paladins, it's not that strange because a lot of games do it. Paladins has a huge base of bot players in online matches. Because like if you play Paladins for like a couple hours, you'll notice there's a lot of names that follow the exact same.
Yeah,
name.
Spunkold, the game is designed that way on
Like-
purpose. Until you reach a certain level, you're playing with bots.
No. I was like ranked 30. I forget what the ranks were, but I played for a long time. And it was still happening. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the naming conventions where it's like word 4 numbers, and there's like a million of those.
Ah.
Just like nihilistic pig 4260. or something like
I
that.
didn't notice
There's
that
like
when
a-
I was originally playing it, but I think when I was originally playing it, the game was still popular. What I actually find
Paladins
pretty
is a
funny
very
about
good
Paladins
game,
is
but-
Paladins was announced and began development before Overwatch. Then Overwatch was
Oh, that's
announced, and when Overwatch was announced, it was basically a mirror of Paladins, and then Paladins was like, Overwatch has been stealing our ideas, and then they immediately just started copying Overwatch. So initially they're like, Overwatch is copying us, and then when Overwatch started developing, then they were like, we're just gonna steal Overwatch's ideas and stop working on
See,
the game.
the thing is, like,
Also, I don't
like
think Overwatch was copying them. I think it
thing
just
is
so
that
happens
Hi-Rez-
that they
no,
both
like,
came up with similar
Hi-Rez,
things
like,
at the same time.
a lot of the, like, a bunch of the original character designs, like, you know, Roadhog and the Turtle Guy, for example, like a lot of the original character designs and mechanics, like, that are in Paladins and Overwatch were in, I believe it's Hi-Rez Studios? They were in games of theirs before Paladins was ever announced. A lot of the original characters.
Yeah, I do just remember what happened, though, was like, the Paladins was like, they're copying us, and then they just started copying Overwatch.
And I don't blame them for it, because apparently they realized it works.
Yeah.
You know, Fortnite is just like, they were the crazy success story of, hey, what if we did what those guys are doing? But it
Oh
worked.
yeah, Spunkold, label your nodes based on how pure it is, that way we know, we can kind of figure out based on like distance and stuff.
I've just been sprinting
how
around
worth it is.
mindlessly again.
Oh, yeah,
I thought
we
you
also
had the
have
stuff
games
to
where we
make
can
the
possibly
Explorer.
Play, like, Risk of Rain 2, if any of us have that.
I have that. I think
Is
it's
that on
great.
sale right now?
I need to play that with Eevee again soon.
Oh yeah, definitely. Let me see if it's on sale.
I'm gonna label Limestone as
it is
Spunkold. I'm gonna
not-
label Limestone as like a
yeah.
brown. Do you want me to give you the specific values so we don't have weird mismatches of colors?
Yeah, Risk of Rain 2 is on sale right now, and it was even nominated for the Steam Awards too. But it only went on sale for 20% less, so it's only it's still at $19.99.
You know what we should do? We should all run through our nominations and yell at each other.
Is that what
Think
we've
so?
been doing?
Hang on,
Sounds like
what's I'm lost. What's going on?
I don't know.
I guess we're gonna look through our Steam.
Anyhow, Spunkold, try to color coordinate the beacons. I'm labeling Limestone as brown.
Okay, my game of the year vote was Doom Eternal.
Oh, I haven't participated
Look at
in
my-
that this year, actually.
Oh,
I
you
don't
should.
think I'm going to, because I haven't played, like, any new titles this year.
Yeah,
I mean, I haven't either. I'm still voting.
you still get like the profile rewards and shit like
yeah,
that.
but I don't really
realize
give a
like
shit
one of
about
the things
those.
that levels give you is like stuff like adding more showcases and stuff.
Yeah, I
Like
just
I got
don't
my
care.
showcase a few months ago.
Yeah, I just don't care.
Yeah. Why did I vote Hades? Oh yeah, I think I voted Hades because I had no other option.
Also, Spunkold, I figured out a pretty good way when there's a giant monster thing guarding something. Hit it with the Explorer, jump out, get the thing it's guarding, and usually it will only hit you once, if that, by the time you picked up the thing.
I voted Phasmophobia for VR Game of the Year.
It's
I
VR.
cannot believe Fall Guys was nominated for Game of the Year.
I can believe it because there was a lot of hype around it.
I played Fall Guys, and then I won after like a week, and I stopped playing because I didn't feel the need to play anymore.
Yeah, I voted Satisfactory for Sit Back and Relax.
VR Game of the Year. I voted Alex because you're insane if you don't. I'm
I
gonna yell
haven't
at you.
played it, so
I voted
I'm not going to cast a
Phasmophobia.
vote for it. I don't know if it's good or not.
Because Phasmophobia in VR is holy shit, like that shit's scary.
I've heard good things about it, and honestly, I probably shouldn't be voting on VR things, because I am currently not a big fan of VR, despite owning an Oculus Rift, which I'm never going to set up again, because now they require you to have a Facebook account in order to use it. And yes, I can still use my Oculus account for, like, a fucking year, and then I'll be forced to make a Facebook, and I'm not going to do that.
Wait, so that means you're just not going to use the VR headset?
Nope, I'm not going to use the Rift. I'm not making a Facebook account.
You give me
Just
the
make, like, a
headset. I will buy that headset off of you. Give me the headset. I have a Facebook
Well, it's-
account already. I will
It's
do
an
it.
original Oculus Rift. It ain't that good at this point.
I don't
Like, it's
give a
it's not a
fuck. I'm not
DK.
a
It's
VR.
the consumer. It's the first consumer release, but trust me, it's not all that good.
VR's VR to me, motherfucker. I don't care. I will buy it off of you. How much?
Nothing, because I have no way to deliver it to you reliably. and you'd be better off buying a Quest if you
I'll
want to get into
cover
VR.
the cost.
The post.
Shipping. All you gotta do is go to the post office.
You'd be better off purchasing a Quest 2 at the price point, and I'm still going to keep it around in case somebody finds some kind of hack or workaround.
Oh god damn it! Why'd you even bring it up like that then? Because you made it sound like you were ready to give it up.
Well, no. I mean, I'm still going to keep it, and, like, there are some games I think are good in VR, like, I think things like Beat Saber are good, but one of the larger titles that everybody praises for VR, like Arizona Sunshine, I actually think is pretty bad. Because you are shooting things at a distance, but in VR, the screen is so close to you, when you're aiming at a zombie's head, the zombie's head is like 2 pixels. And if you get close enough so the zombie's head is more than 2 pixels, you are in danger.
Yeah, the Quest isn't what I'm looking for because the Quest doesn't really. I don't think it hooks up to your PC.
Yeah, it does.
What? So you're able to play PC games? Like,
there is a way to hook up Quest 1 and Quest 2 to a computer with a high enough quality cable for it.
And as long as your computer is good, then you'd be able to do it.
Yeah, also, I'm not even sure if your computer would support it if you have trouble turning it on in the morning.
That's why I would figure, why don't I just get the PC model one, the other Oculus that isn't the Quest.
Rift.
The PC powered one.
Rift.
Because the consumer release of the Rift is more expensive than the Quest, and the Quest can also run standalone as well.
Yeah, but I'm gonna want to.
Probably better than your damn computer can.
But I'm gonna want to record them, and I wouldn't know how to do that with the Quest.
I don't fucking know either. I don't know how you would record with VR. It took me like half a fucking day to figure out how to do it when I was at my dad's and I recorded those 3 Beat Saber videos.
I mean, I could probably just...
You know, there are some games that I think work fine in VR right now, but there's lots of stuff that VR just isn't good enough for yet. Like I'd say anything shooter, which is as ambitious as like Arizona Sunshine, I'd say is not ready to see VR yet. Like Arizona Sunshine's still good, but while I was playing it, my dad was fine. I think that's because my dad was a Marine, so you could put a blindfold on him and stick him in a room, and he could shoot everybody in there dead, like just by listening to them breathe. Like, he's incredibly skilled with guns. I am not. I'm not very good at FPS, and just, I don't know, it's kind of frustrating playing the game, just because...
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of VR games, like, it's
like, Arizona Sunshine is good, it's made well, it's got a nice story, it has fairly intuitive controls, but I'm just an idiot, so I kept screwing them up, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there's my
VR
fuck
games
this
where it's
island
like,
beacon.
You shoot. You
Yeah.
shoot the enemy.
Yeah,
And
like
there's
Arizona
something
Sunshine is pretty good, but the problems I have with it is like movement. You can either do the teleporting movement or you can move your character around like normal. I get motion sick moving my character around like normal. But the teleporting movement, which is the solution for that, is fucking god awful in Arizona Sunshine because you have to if you need to run while shooting, it means you gotta like turn, move, turn, and you're like flinging yourself around, and it's just not very pleasant, right? The screen door effect in a game like Beat Saber, although you might notice it while playing, it doesn't get in the way and therefore doesn't impact the gameplay experience. But in Arizona Sunshine, where you're shooting things at a distance, when the zombie's head only makes up 4 pixels, even though it's 25, 30 feet away, that's really fucking annoying and hard to shoot, unless you're unbelievably good with guns. So just, I don't know, I just feel like the game is great, but the technology is holding it back.
Why do I feel like the military is definitely going to end up using VR as soon as this reaches the potential to where they can like train soldiers in VR without...
Well, they're already using VR to help treat people with like, to help keep morale up with people overseas. They're testing out things like having soldiers watch digital sunsets if they're stationed in an area where, you know, they can't see a sunset or sunrise.
That's so nice.
Well, I mean, believe it or not, it's actually working.
Yeah,
like it keeps if
stuff like Just I remember
Like,
hearing
it's
some story
keeping
about,
up
like,
morale
some
for
things-
them to be able to get up in the morning and, like, meditate in VR on, like, a cliff's edge. Like, it actually works. Like, which is the surprising thing. You'd think you'd be like, oh, well, there's pixels everywhere, this is some bullshit. But no, it works.
Yeah, and then they're gonna get to the point where they can just have a full war simulation going on in VR with like actual like NPCs that'll attack in very different ways.
Yeah.
I
And
can't wait
and, like-
till we get to the point where everybody's like in, like, you know how Ready Player One was.
No.
We're gonna have the stacks.
Why am I driving around aimlessly looking for nodes? I can scan. I'm a dipshit.
Yeah, and like a. Oh my god, what was I gonna say? Oh my god, what was I gonna say? Oh my god.
I don't know.
Caterium will be useful later, but at the moment we're running out of iron.
Oh,
Iron.
another game that I would really think you guys would enjoy for a decent period of time might be Project Zomboid.
I tried that a couple years ago. I couldn't do it because I didn't know what I was doing and I lost immediately. But it looks like a lot of fun when you know what
It
you're doing.
is. It's a zombie survival game, but top down and shit that you get to loot houses and whatnot.
It's got like
And
that
it's pretty
fucking. Got, like,
spooky. Yeah, it's pretty spooky in the sense of you go into a house and you can't see if there's any zombies really.
yeah, like
And
field
you've
of
got
view.
that one-
shit, like,
yeah, you've got that field of view for just your front vision. So if you like go into a room, the game will give you this sharp like bit of like orchestra music for like a split second of like I don't know, like a tuba or like something like that.
Oh yeah, you
One
actually
of
gotta
those
start.
Yeah, it'll fucking scare the fuck out of you because then you'll be like, oh shit, there's a zombie in the room. Fuck.
And you're just not as good with dealing with it afterward. But I'm assuming you can like steal yourself with like I don't know skill books or something, right?
Oh,
There's
it's
ways.
not even just that. No, I'm talking about the effect to you as a player.
Am I the only
No,
one
I
looking
was-
for
I was-
resource
I was-
nodes
yeah.
right now?
Cause you to literally lose all focus. Like you'll be focusing, nothing will really be happening. The game will be kind of quiet. So you just
Okay,
like,
I'm gonna take
relax,
that as a
And then
yes.
out of fucking nowhere, a zombie shows up in a room that you're about to explore, and all of a sudden that music plays. Then your adrenaline levels just spike, and you're like, "Oh fuck, what do I do?" And then you start panicking.
Yeah.
And
By the
game's
way,
really good at that.
about the about the Steam Awards thing, what'd you do for Labor of Love?
Labor of Love. Shit, I got off of that.
Why are there angry things here?
Yeah, I did No Man's Sky.
Oh yeah, no, I did No Man's Sky as well. Yeah, it's like you said it, yeah,
It definitely fits the criteria, especially after Sony fucked it.
Yeah, especially after so long of them unfucking it. Yeah, it's definitely a labor of love at this point.
Well, I mean,
I was really
if
torn
I
between
worked
that
at that, if I
and-
worked at that studio, I would be so like my morale would just be shit after that. Like
Yeah.
after the release of the game, I would just be like, I can't keep going. Like I would feel fucking god awful about the game if it was received that way that I'd put out.
Have you guys seen the Internet
Oh yeah,
Historian?
we also have. But we also have Rocket League, Stick Fight, and Uno. We can also play.
Oh, yeah, that's Rocket League's free on Epic Games now.
Yeah, it is. I'm pretty
But,
sure though I'm barred out of it on Steam now. If that's the case, I don't think you can
Oh
launch
yeah,
it on
isn't
Steam
it to
anymore.
where you can't access it on Steam anymore?
Yeah, I think you have to access it through Epic now.
Are you able to link your account at least?
I don't know. I haven't tried launching. I haven't played Rocket League in a long time. I played it
No,
when it
no,
first.
I think
I think I played Rocket League shortly after it first launched, and I legitimately had a lot of fun with it. But the problem was, I reached to the point at which I needed to actually think pretty hard and put effort into what I was doing to get any better. And I don't have the drive to get that skilled at that game, so I stopped playing just because I reached the point at which I could no longer get
That
more
pun
skilled.
intended.
No, it was not. What were you saying about surf? What?
Smurf eternally. Just keep making new accounts as soon as you feel threatened.
Yeah.
Never try.
Huh?
You know what smurfing is, right?
No.
Okay. That's the word people use when like people who are experienced, typically in shooters, when they're really experienced and they just like make a new account to just destroy newer players in like rank mode or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they get like the base bracket and are able to just destroy everyone immediately.
Yeah.
And they never have to try. I've done
Well, yeah,
that a
but
few times.
basically, I
Not for-
reached
not
I
for the sake
reached
of
the
being easier, but for the sake of getting free skins.
I reached a
Potential.
point where I needed to actually start putting effort into it to get much better. So I just was like, I can't be fucked, and so didn't. And then as a result, nothing really changed about it. So I basically just played myself out of the game. Just kept playing until I got bored of
I actually
the
have
current
3
meta
spare Steam
that I
accounts.
had. Why? I have
three,
one.
I have 3 spare Steam accounts.
And
that
yeah, and tabletop.
CS:GO. 3 spare Steam accounts that only have CS:GO.
Would you guys want to try out I Dark Lord via tabletop next week?
What is that?
Who here owns tabletop? Do we all?
I have
No,
it
I
yet.
It's installed right now, but yeah.
Alright, so you said you didn't, Spunkold?
I don't have it.
Okay, so, Demon, I Dark Lord is a very simple, role-playing game, right?
I see.
Basically, one person's the Dark Lord, everybody else is the Dark Lord's minions, and you have failed some task of his. So if I was the Dark Lord, I could make it, you were supposed to go retrieve, the fucking princess so I could kill her or something. Or it could be like, you were supposed to pick up my mother from the airport. Whatever. You failed. Why? And I'll turn to one of you and be like, what happened? And you have to play cards that you have, and you have to use the cards in the excuses you're forming, and basically, whenever someone displeases me, they get a strike against them. First to 3 strikes loses, and I believe becomes the Dark Lord for the next game. I don't know the rules to their exacts, but it works something like that. So it's basically, not really. It's basically making things up on the fly. So like, for example, like
Improv with like guaranteed words you have to use.
It's improv with like a starter point.
Whose Line might have. I think Whose Line has something like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Whose Line has a thing where they give them props and they're like, do as many things with this prop as you can.
Like improv, but like you are required to use a specific word or line or something in some way, but you get to choose.
Yeah, it works something along those lines. So it'll be like let's say let's say no, they have not.
I think so. They were trying to
they
do,
did something like the Whose Line. They did something like the
a
Whose Line thing, but they didn't do something like I Dark Lord.
Well, no, not something exactly like that, but in the sense of like they had a specific phrase.
Yeah, I know
and they had to fit it in somehow.
Right. Anyhow, so with I Dark Lord, it might be something like let's say the quest was you were supposed to actually. I'll use an example I remember from one of the Yogscast videos. Them doing it. You're supposed to go fetch me a virgin bride, and you failed. Why? And a bunch of shit goes on, and one of you goes, "Oh, well, I had a wand which I used to test this bride to make sure they were a virgin, and the wand came out discolored, so they were not a virgin. They had STDs." And then somebody else butted in and played the card Impossible Artifact and said, "That is an impossible artifact." And the person who was the Dark Lord went, "What? Did you poke my virgin bride before I got to her? How dare you?" And gave them a withering stare for it.
Oh.
So like there's an example, but I mean that's the Yogscast. They age from the range of what, like 20 to 50. And they're British, so they're wildly inappropriate.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, that's basically what I Dark Lord is. This on the fly improv.
Sounds fun, honestly. I would be interested in that.
Anyway, Better with Friends, Sea of Thieves.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that would be great.
I think there was no other good options.
Sea of Thieves is definitely better with friends, because alone it sucks, and with friends after about 5 hours it also sucks. You run out of stuff to do insanely quickly.
To play with Sea of Thieves as soon as I could buy it.
I am not, because I played it and I already wore myself out on it. It also doesn't help that one of the sessions with my brother ended in like us screaming our heads off at each other and almost like having a total fallout with each other.
Yeah, we should play more Stick Fight the game though, because that was actually really fun.
That was.
Fall Guys.
Wait, Fall Guys?
Fall Guys wasn't up for Better with Friends, but honestly, it's just worse with friends.
Yeah.
like
Because then
wait.
if you're chatting with your friends, you could just like cheat everybody else in the lobby, and if they're playing with friends, then they could cheat you in the lobby. It's like,
And then, like, if you lose or your friend loses, one of you just has to wait until the other one's done.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like it's better with
or
friends.
If the, like,
Stick fight definitely fits the criteria for better with friends, but it's kind of old at this point.
Yeah, it is kind of old, but like at the same time, I don't know.
I imagine a lot of people
They have
probably
older
nominated
games.
Jackbox titles for better with friends.
Well, I mean, Jackbox games, I think they consider that like a party game where it's not just with the friends, but it's also with like the audience at hand that watches.
Yeah, but I'm saying a bunch of people probably nominated it.
Oh yeah, probably, definitely.
There are probably a lot of people that were like, oh yeah, Jackbox, this is better with friends. Spunkold, have you been marking any resource nodes?
No, I've been tabbed out for the past 20 minutes.
I
You're
have
fucking
been
useless.
doing Christmassy shit.
Make an explorer and go tag resource nodes. That way when we get back to this after like a month or two, we know what to do.
I'm trying to get the Christmas stuff up. I was done looking at the library of games, so I'm good new. There has to be like, I don't know, one game universally that whether we have it or not, we would all like play non-stop. Probably there has to be one game like that.
Well, we definitely all be down to play more
Holy
board game
fuck.
online more often.
Payday 2 is $1 right now.
What
Wait,
is
what is?
$1?
Payday 2, it's $1. Payday 2.
What? Oh, to
Payday
hell
2?
no.
Holy shit.
I had Payday. I refunded it.
Payday 2
Terrible
I feel
experience.
Like, is one of those games that it's fun for like a tiny bit of time and then after
Dude,
that,
I
it's
didn't
over.
even have fun at any point playing it in, like, the hour and a half I played. And I was playing it with friends. Like, I was trying, but there wasn't a single aspect of it that was fun.
Eh.
Just, like, I thought it was genuinely awful. Like, this isn't a case of, like, recognizing a good game that I don't like. No, I just think it's flat bad.
Well, why bad?
I know there's lots of people that like it, so I'm probably wrong about it being flat bad, but just, I can't have fun with it.
It's just another case of you don't like shooters.
No, it's not even that. Like, that's part of it. I'm not a fan of shooters. Why is there just a random base out here? What the heck? 2 quartz veins pog. There's no quartz veins anywhere near this marker. Oh wait, here they are.
I remember where you're talking about.
Let me configure this so it's less confusing.
No, I know one game that we could definitely.
Anyhow, yeah,
probably all
Payday
agree on
2,
playing on and
honestly,
actually
I
fun
just...
with, but it's gonna take time.
Normally I can tell when there's a game I don't like, but the game itself is good. Payday 2, I legitimately just think is bad, but I clearly must be wrong because tons of people like it. But
Well,
I
think
legitimately
the
think
game
it's
that you
just
guys will
it's just
definitely like
flat
will be
bad.
Back 4 Blood. Back 4 Blood will definitely be a game you guys will like, but you're gonna have to wait until June 22nd.
2 quartz, pure.
Well, you guys heard
It
about
might-
Back 4 Blood, right?
It'd be fun for a bit, but like, it's not gonna last very long. If it's,
What
Yeah.
do you mean? It's Left 4 Dead, but better.
Because I like zombie mowing games, right? They're all the same though, and like I'm gonna have fun for a bit, but if I burn myself out, I'm gonna lose it.
Unless there's something really, really unique about it, it's not gonna...
Have any of
Hold
you
our
seen my
interest in any of
gameplay
the other
video
ones.
on it?
I started watching it, but then I stopped after
I mean,
like
then
60
if you
seconds.
started watching it, you saw the intro that I made,
Yes.
which covered everything the game had to offer.
Yeah, it sounded like your standard zombie mowing game.
Except, what about the whole cards thing with the deck and whatnot?
I don't care. I hate when stuff like that is added to games because it adds a layer of unnecessary confusion that makes it harder to get into.
Wait, what confusion? You get a deck of 15 cards, then throughout the game, you get to pick a card from your deck that adds an effect to you that can help boost the game. Or at least make
Oh.
it different.
Okay, never mind then. I didn't make it that far. I must have been thinking of something else.
Jesus Christ, this just goes to show how little respect my channel gets from you guys. Fucking, I cover a game that's like actually fucking good and is like basically what if Left 4 Dead on crack
I just
and
don't
better.
care
And then you're all
that
like,
much.
yeah, y'all like, but I don't care.
Yes!
But
Wait.
I'm over here being like, but this is a really fucking. It only took me 2 hours of gameplay, and I was instantly hooked. I was like, yes, I will buy this game. I will get its deluxe edition when it comes out. I will spend that extra money.
Holy shit, I think I found 3 pure iron nodes. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit, is that a 4th up on there?
You guys need to get Back for Blood when it comes out. I will 100% be down to play that with you guys anytime.
I will consider it and probably never do it.
Which is sad, because it's a very, very fun game.
Dude,
Called again.
dude, my games library, okay, is almost at 500 games. And I play the same, like, 10 over and over. I need to start finishing my games and stop buying new ones.
Wait, you said it was coming out on June 22nd?
Yeah, it's June 22nd.
That's after my birthday.
How the fuck am I out of concrete?
Oh my god, No Man's Sky was gonna be released on my birthday,
Was?
and then it did. Yeah, then it got delayed.
Oh.
Turns out that was probably for the best.
Yeah, I wonder how
No
much
Man's Sky.
worse it would have been if they didn't delay it.
I can still get the pre-order ship. Apparently, like when it came out, the pre-order ship actually like literally made it so you could not progress past like the first system. You get a quest- you get a mission.
Spunkold,
You get a
finish what you were
mission-
saying.
You get a mission where you're supposed to like you have to like make a hyperdrive, right, to like go to the next solar system. But if you just claim the pre-order ship, you already have that hyperdrive, and it soft locks it so you can't progress through that quest, and you can't actually keep going because you just have the hyperdrive already without having to ever finish the quest.
Bruh.
It just broke.
Bruh moment.
I'm pretty sure that was like one of the earliest patch things, though.
Also, I understand what you're talking about with the factories being better placed apart and merging on a central location, because like there's enough stuff here to build a small factory here and then merge things, but I still don't want to do that. Holy shit, there's 4 pure iron nodes over here.
The fjord.
Shut the fuck up.
The fjord.
Okay, so
Iron City. Copper
I have
City.
like a lifelong nostalgic sort of interest. Like it's almost like an addiction that just keeps tugging at me, just over time, for World of Warcraft. I played that shit all the time when I was like 7, and I've been like in and out of it since.
I've never played it.
How fucking bad that is. You said the word fjord. This is how bad this tugs at me. You said
I am
the word
being
fjord.
irradiated, apparently.
I instantly made the connection. Oh, Howling Fjord. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Now I'm just picturing a fucking zone, and I'm like, I want to play World of Warcraft. Oh, am I gonna play World of Warcraft? I don't fucking know. And then I don't. But it just keeps going, and the tugging just gets more and more over time until it finally makes me just play the game.
Bro, it was the same thing for me with Majesty, except I had no fucking idea it was on Steam, and then one day I looked it up and I was like,
Why would you, if you loved a game, never try to look it up somewhere?
it was from the year 2000. I figured it died like every other game in the PC industry back then.
What do you mean?
it's-
Every game I
it's
played when I was a
never got
kid,
updated.
you can still find.
I remember when I was like,
I just figured that Majesty wasn't that well known of a game. I honestly didn't think that enough people actually played it and loved it enough. Because I thought it was one of the niche games, and then I looked it up on Steam and I was like, oh god, there's actually...
No, I'm saying, even if it was, why wouldn't you, like, look it up online or something? And be like, oh, I haven't played this game in a while, let me look it up.
Time until resurfacing.
maybe like a sudden passing thought. You're just like, huh? And then you
Fuck, I'm gonna need a rescue.
I get that.
I'm gonna need a
Okay.
rescue. I got headbutt off the side of a cliff while configuring a node.
Yeah, it reminds me. When you and I like, raided your fucking stream the other day, and I started calling Portal bad.
Who
when I was talking
raided the
about
stream?
Hoyle, I downloaded Hoyle that night, and I forgot about it.
Oh. Anyhow, can I get a rescue?
I just tried to open a zip file in VLC.
So is that a no?
He's trying.
I just opened a zip file in VLC. It's not working. Surprise, surprise. It's also an ISO, and I don't know why it's a zip, but it's called an ISO file.
Oh, Slayer, I have a challenge for you, by the way. When I was younger and in high school, I thought, you know, I'm gonna blow up on YouTube, so I played Akinator to find myself and put myself in the database. Try and find me in Akinator.
Wait, what? Oh god.
Slayer, go play Akinator. Like, maybe do it for a video or a stream or whatever, and just try and get him to guess me. You're gonna have a hard time. And it's in there as Hero Rareheart.
Okay.
That's bull. I'm not in the fucking game.
You can put yourself in it. If you play the game and he doesn't guess enough times in a row, he'll be like, alright, who were you thinking of? And you can enter somebody.
Oh.
So that's what I did, and now I'm in the database for Akinator. And earlier today I was like, am I still in there? So I went and I played to find myself. He couldn't figure it out. I then select, you know, the who were you thinking of thing, entered Hero Rareheart, and there it showed up. It's still in the database. I also think I tried to put my name in the Urban Dictionary and it got rejected.
I mean, yeah, I would suggest that, but like, what I'm thinking of is that if you do it that way, then it sets it up to that.
Also, both Futashy and Butterscotch are in Akinator's,
No, I get that, but like
lexicon?
the thing I'm thinking of, which is definitely going to make it impossible,
Or
near impossible
Futashy,
to
my
figure it
bad.
out, is that I think by how you described it, the way it's saved in the database for Akinator is that when you input your name, it then copies the entire string of lines of questions that it sent you.
It kind of does that.
And then copies it, so that means you have to go down that same line.
Not the exact same line, similar line usually. But I remember only playing myself like twice previously, and I played myself like 10 times today to see if he would ever get it, and he didn't. And every time I had to tell him who it was, so the information should be more updated now.
Can I just be real for a second here?
Yeah.
Actually real about, like, YouTube and shit. Like, you said, like, oh, you thought you were gonna blow up.
Oh yeah, as a kid, because I was fucking stupid.
Yeah, and, like, as, like, being here, like, for these streams, I have one bit of advice.
Stop streaming.
I know I maybe am not the most qualified to say it, given I don't even have, like, a working, constant, like, OBS profile. We kind of just, like, sit here and talk about things and, like, the intricacies of the game. And that's like, we
Yes.
sometimes do be, like, actually funny. I don't know. Basically what I'm
Sometimes
saying-
you do a funny, usually by me being stupid.
Yeah, like,
My
like-
goal
like-
is not necessarily to be funny, but it's to attract people that would find the kind of shit we do entertaining. So just
I mean,
a lot of
whatever
weird
I'm doing on
conversations.
YouTube is obviously working.
I mean,
because
I
I'm
say
following up.
that you're pulling them all from your music. You told me yourself. Which you don't do anymore.
I don't like doing the music because apparently I'm too good at it. People like my music way more than my actual like video content.
I actually haven't
It's just
listened to
wrong.
any
I'm
of it.
too good at music. I don't want to be good at music, but I just
Yeah,
have a knack of knowing what tune
Yeah,
goes
no,
where
no,
and
Sponkold,
how it
like,
should be done.
If I wanted to, I could probably very easily just try to be funny, but if I was doing that, like, these Satisfactory streams would never get anything done. Like, it would just be a lot of fucking around. I'd be like, let's go create an explorer and drive off the edge of the world.
I
Yeet.
know what we need to do. We need to find a game specifically meant for just fucking around, and then just do that. We need to find
Slayer.
a game.
Slayer, are you
What
coming to
Gary
rescue me,
Potter
or
is
is
the perfect name
Dunder?
for that.
Is
Gary
Slayer?
Potter
Are
is
you
the perfect one.
Slayer? Are you coming to rescue me, or is Dunder doing that? Who's coming to get me?
I
Okay.
had no intention of leaving the Christmas tree stuff because I want to get that.
Okay,
done before
Spunkle, you gotta
we
come
leave.
get me then.
I just want to say about the music. Let's
Spunkle,
look
are you
on
gonna
the
come
bright-
get me or no?
Oh,
Yeah, I said I'm coming to get you. Calm down.
No, you
yeah,
didn't.
she's just having a side conversation.
No, I
So
kept
anyway,
asking
yeah.
because I didn't get a response.
Let's look on the bright side here. Maybe you're not good at music.
What do you mean?
I don't know what your music sounds like. I have no fucking clue. All I'm
Well,
gonna say.
a reference to one of them was that song I sent you, the Sonic remix. That was one of the songs I made.
For some reason, he
think that was
remixed a bunch of like.
I don't. When did you send me that?
I sent it to
show
you
interest.
like I think a day or two ago.
Check it out.
We were-
Like,
You can play it. It's in our Discord chat.
all I'm gonna say is, I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm being a dick, but
I mean, you tell me. I've got like almost 800 followers on SoundCloud for my music alone, and I've got not even half that on my YouTube. So you tell me.
I don't know why.
Like
I've never
okay,
tried
like
music
just
making.
like about like music in particular, like people will flock to like anything.
I mean, but most of my tracks ends up getting thousands, if not tens of thousands of hits per track.
I just don't know how good it is.
People just love my music. Some people even love my music to the point where they're like, wait a minute, this sounds way too similar to something else. And then they blame me for stealing people's work. Like,
It's
a
so
song I created called The Slayer Supreme. I created a song called The Slayer Supreme. I found out later that shit sounds almost exactly the same as a song from a YouTube group called Two Steps from Hell. It sounds almost exactly the same.
I've always wondered why I've never tried music making, because with music making, especially with physical hardware and the way the digital, quote, hardware is recreated is almost exact, seems like something I'd be good at, because it's like, it's not navigate clunky menus. No, it's, you want drum, here is drum. Spin knob, drum sound different. Like, it's a lot of really basic shit that I would probably grasp extremely easily, so I don't know why I haven't tried.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't even really done anything with music at all, because the moment I switched over from my PC, like my laptop to the desktop PC, I could not port my music editing software over. So that music editing software is stuck in a laptop that is so severely outdated that it won't even turn on.
You used the same picture for your first episode of Prop Hunt that I used, except I just superimposed my face on the guard's head really badly.
Yeah, no, I felt it was way easier to just do something that was static and already done. And then I just added that little guy walking.
Well, my brand has always been my face, if you haven't noticed in my thumbnails, just because I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, I mean, I've rarely added.
I asked for a revive, not get made in caviar, thanks.
Yeah, for my thumbnails, like, I think the only
Bruh!
thumbnails that have ever, like, current ones from, like...
Why do I have presents stuck to my body? What is this? Spunkold, how have you launched me all the way up here?
Have ever been the Phasmophobia videos. Those are the only videos to my
Where
knowledge
did you
that
go?
ever... No. The Phasmophobia and the
Oh my God.
Rento videos. Those are the only two that I've ever had my face.
Isn't Rento like a knockoff Monopoly?
Yes, and it is horrible.
Yeah, it's the free-to-play one on Steam, right?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna give you some.
Some what? What?
Hold on 1 second.
Take these.
What is this? Medical here?
It's
Oh,
medicinal.
I literally just have tons of food on me. Like, ungodly
like
quantities of
the
food.
healers just give you like a full heal. It's really nice. But food is good too. Just
Well, I just ate like 20
entire meal.
fucking knockoff pistachios, and now I'm good.
It's
Also,
really,
do
like,
you see all the
they-
markers I
oh,
placed? There's a marker somewhere which says 4 pure iron nodes that I found, or veins or whatever.
Do you see water right here?
I don't know where you are. I already ran away.
Oh, you're far away now. Apparently there's water over here, even though there's no water. I just start swimming.
Yeah, it's probably just bugged. You know, so, Slayer, if I had to guess, though, part of the reason your music gets hits is everything you've done is a remix of something that somebody's nostalgic for. So even if it's not the highest quality, which, again, I also haven't listened to, so I don't know, there is the nostalgia factor that would cloud and hide that from a lot of people.
Alright, I'm back.
Oh, never mind, then.
What?
Never mind.
Sorry, wait, what were you saying?
I was saying, if Sponkold is right and your music isn't all that good, I don't know because I haven't listened to it either. The reason it might be getting a ton of hits might be because since it's all remixes of like older shows and stuff, it's just playing into people's nostalgia factor and they're missing
Maybe,
that
I
it
mean,
might be
one of
lower
my tracks
quality.
that has like at least a good couple million hits is literally just, hey.
Sorry, couple of million? My ass.
No, literally, it's like one of the first tracks that's down there. Like,
Is it something that you've erased or deleted?
No. And
Okay.
it's copywritten too, so I don't even know how the fuck I got away with it. It's Dragon Soul from Dragon Ball Z Kai.
Dragon Ball Super Ultimate Remix? That?
No, not that one. The other
Oh, Dragon
one.
Ball Z Kai. Let's see here.
Dragon Ball Z Kai Dragon Soul.
5K views. Millions my ass.
Wait, what?
From.
Oh
I'm
no,
literally-
that's on my YouTube channel. No, I'm talking about my SoundCloud. On
Well,
my
who fucking
SoundCloud
uses
account, I think
SoundCloud?
it's millions. On my YouTube, no. that
There's
thing
the
only has, like,
YouTube video.
5,000.
You can see down there.
Yeah,
you
my,
can't
yeah, my
see down
YouTube
there. You
thing
can
only has,
see
like,
down
oh
there.
god, the power grid's
5K,
down.
right? Who fucked the power grid?
Probably just ran out.
Yeah, probably just.
Did
ran
you?
out.
Did somebody take one of the tractors that was on the delivery line?
No.
No. The only thing I did power-wise was I stuck one more power line over to the smelter for the blue.
Bro, SoundCloud is so fucking bad. My phone can't even open it.
But no.
Oh,
yeah,
never
for-
mind. No, it worked. It just opened 6 of the same tab when I pressed the button once, and cannot find that user.
What user?
Your SoundCloud.
You gotta look up Demon Slayer.
I'm just clicking the links that you have.
It should.
Oh, there we
work.
go, Demon Slayer. Okay, so you have the wrong SoundCloud in your description on your old music then.
Oh shit! What is it? Wingblade?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to change that. Thank you for telling me.
Game Theory theme remastered.
Yeah, it was basically just. What if I took the theme song?
We are number
that
one,
was
but
on
it's
Game
metal.
Theory and
12K.
slightly altered it a little bit in a few
The
places.
Moon
That's pretty
Rises
all.
remastered, 27.6K. Power Rangers Samurai Epic, 14.1. Where's the one you were talking about?
Dragon Ball Z Kai would be all the way at the bottom. It's
Oh my
technically the first track, even though
God.
I've deleted many more before it.
Mega Man 3 Top, Mega Man Undertale. Geez, you really have taste in all the, like, crappy 90s stuff. Somehow.
I went through a lot of phases.
Well, I honestly, like, personally, I don't understand the nostalgia for the 90s. They weren't all that good. The 2000s were... The early 2000s were practically the fucking same. Like, the nostalgia for a lot of the 90s shit, I think, is pretty fucking overblown.
It's just nostalgia for most of it, but like there still is genuinely good stuff from like every era is the thing.
How the fuck...
Yeah.
2.4 million, bruh. How?
What for the Dragon Ball Z?
Yes.
I remember George Lopez, the fucking show on
Yeah,
TV.
the Dragon Ball Z one has a good couple million on it. Don't know how, don't know why, it just does.
Is
I
this the
think it's
Explorer you
nostalgia.
brought over here, or is this the one that I accidentally ditched on the cliff?
I
Oh,
think
dear.
the reason why they flock to that one is because most of the other versions people upload are either the like
Spunkold, I
incomplete,
fucked it up. It's in the lake.
Yeah, I think the reason why they do it is it's either
gotta
the
disassemble
incomplete
it.
like TV version, which is like just used for like this is how long the intro from the actual
Okay,
show was, only like a minute long. Whereas
Transport
mine is, like, the
Explorer.
whole
There we go.
version, and it's sung completely.
I just
in English.
disassembled it and moved it out.
And it's sung by the one guy who sang in English, whose voice actually sounded good. Because every other person they got to sing Dragon Soul in English.
Wait,
sounded
Spunkold, these have inventory, right?
Like one band.
Do these work
No,
at the
no,
truck
it was
stations?
the same song, but they loved to like fucking switch the singer like for different episodes of Dragon Ball Z Kai of the Dragon Soul theme song. It happened most often with the Cell saga, where like every couple episodes the singer would change to somebody else, and then yeah,
Just
yeah,
like the show.
yeah, just the singer would change, and every other singer was kind of horrible. And then they decided during like Perfect Cell and during the Cell games and the end of it, like, hey, let's just have a mashup of all the singers' voices at once, including the one guy who sounds good. So then you're constantly just listening for the one guy who sounds good, and every other person's voice is like nails on a fucking chalkboard.
That makes me think of fucking. You ever played Nier Automata?
Wait, why are there
Never
3
heard
Explorers
very good
out here?
things.
I'm confused.
Like
I've also heard some of the
Final-
music from it, and oh my
Oh,
god,
whatever.
that music is to die for.
Yeah, have you heard like the final credits, like the final credits song? How like you're like playing, you're like I shouldn't say.
I
anything.
have
Yeah,
not. I have
the
not.
credits are playing, and it's like the same song, "Weight of the World," but it's like with every single like language. Not every language.
Sorry,
of
what are
course,
you
but
guys
a bunch
talking
of different
about?
Languages, like they're like switching between different languages of the same song as it goes on,
That's
and they
cool.
together and shit. It's
Sorry,
it's
what are you
amazing.
guys talking about?
It's amazing. And
Yeah, Automata.
The hell is that?
The
you've heard-
game with the girl with the black clothes and the fucking blindfold on her.
What?
hair.
No, I've never heard of this.
I can show you a picture, and you probably recognize it.
Yeah, you probably recognize
Sure,
it.
go ahead. What? Ardromina? What did you even call it?
Near Automata.
Near Automata. No, never heard of that in my life.
Send him the picture.
Near
I'm
Automata.
sending it in private.
I looked up
Near-
Near Automata autocorrect.
Near Automata. would be
Guys,
like
I looked up
an
Near
IPO.
Automata and I misspelled it, and autocorrect thinks I was trying to say Nest Autism.
What the fuck?
I sent it in private.
That's great.
Near Automata? I've just
Look at the
Googled
picture.
it.
Send in private.
I have never seen this in my life. I have no
That's-
idea what this is. Yeah, no, this is my first time
You've never
seeing
seen
this.
her
I've
before,
never seen
ever?
that. No.
Dude, there's like so
I don't
much
know what it
hentai
is.
about her.
Yeah, I don't watch hentai. I clop.
I'm disappointed.
Released SFM.
I left that show alone. Why couldn't you?
Because I am an incredibly screwed up individual with a twisted mind.
I am an incredibly screwed up individual as well. I've seen shit no mortal man should see. You fucking think I give a shit? No, I give that show respect and don't fucking... No. I give that show respect. Also, it's a fucking little girl show. It feels weird to me doing that.
Eh, not to me.
Okay, well...
Weird.
Actually, the story of how I got into the show anyways was actually through Clop, and I'm not shitting you. I was up late on an
No,
iPad my
you're-
school provided, like, in my bed, like, watching YouTube, and it popped into my head, I was like, I wonder if people draw porn of, like, TV shows. So I started looking it up, and one of the things that came to mind was My Little
Oh
Pony.
no, you went down the Rule 34 trap.
That's what got me
Oh,
into
no.
it in the first place. Well, like, I was sitting there and I was like, I wonder if people draw porn of stuff. I wonder if there's porn of, like, SpongeBob. Oh yeah, that's pretty disturbing. Is there a porn of this? Yep, somebody's made that. And it was just
You know,
like,
Not
that.
surprisingly, mine started
Is
with
what
Teen
and where?
Titans.
I don't know. I don't pay attention.
I'm
It's not my
sorry,
cat.
man, but like, are you can't expect me, a teenage
Okay.
kid, to look at what Raven wears in that show on a daily basis and be like,
What show?
Teen Titans, the original.
Oh,
ones.
not seen it.
Bruh, you can't tell me just from looking at that get up that Raven wears, like,
I'm
bruh.
pretty sure the cat
Any
isn't in
teenager
here.
would look at that and be like, just
Have you thought about going and
Red
looking
Moth.
under the bed instead of standing at the door making weird sounds? That would
No,
probably be
I-
more
I-
effective.
I just know that I just
Ah,
took one look
uranium.
at Raven as a teenage boy, and I just took one look at Raven and I was like, take me.
Yeah, I've not seen the original Teen Titans.
You need to. It's still good.
I probably won't.
It's still good to
am-
this day. The theme song, great. The episodes, phenomenal. The fucking story beats that they try to hit are fucking great. Everybody has their own individual arcs. Slade is
Alright.
goddamn terrifying.
Oh, and Slayer, my reaction will be in private chat.
Oh. I've seen that one.
You know, anyhow, I went,
We still have the power grid down, by the way.
great, I am nowhere near the base to try and fix it. So someone else is
Well,
gonna have to deal with it.
I don't know what the fuck to do.
Oh, well, maybe you should have been paying attention.
Problem time. I've been waiting so long for this.
Oh yeah, also, the UK left the European Union finally today.
The what?
The UK finally left the European Union after 4.5 years on voting on it.
Nice.
Wow, they finally.
They somehow managed to get a deal in which they're basically still a member of the European Union, except they don't actually have to, you know, pay into it and follow any of the rules if they don't want to, which is complete fucking bullshit.
That's probably just because that's the like they probably really just wanted to leave, but the EU.
No, but
said you should
basically
leave
the
on their own.
what the UK wanted to do is the UK just wanted all the benefits of being an EU member, but without being an EU member. So basically they're like, yeah, we want to have all the trade benefits and all that, but we don't want to have to, you know, pay. And if you do something we don't like, we don't want to listen. Basically, it would be like if it would be like if Florida was like, we're going to keep being part of the United States, and we're going to reap all the benefits of it, but we're not going to send representatives to the federal government, and we're going to ignore them whenever we want. And the European Union actually let them get away with it, which is fucking ridiculous.
I think you'll find most people that actually voted for Brexit wanted a hard Brexit. From everything
Yes,
I've
and I
heard,
was
people
actually for a hard Brexit because it would have fucking destroyed the UK, and it would have taught every other EU member a lesson that leaving is not worth.
You have to be dependent on other countries.
That's the point
bad
of the European Union. That's literally the point, so they don't go to war with each other.
Doesn't necessarily cause war. Not.
Yeah, no, but when you're dependent on your neighbor who makes the guns and you're the one who makes the food, when you go to war, it's going to devastate both of you pretty badly. So it makes war impractical. Not unthinkable, but impractical. Like, I could guarantee you if it weren't for the federal government, New Hampshire would have, like, invaded Massachusetts by now with the amount we pissed them off.
So what happens when more countries just start leaving the EU?
Well,
Then the EU would be gone.
the reason I was okay
left,
with a
and it's
hard
gone.
Brexit was because it would have set an example that we're not going to let anybody leave, basically, which is what the U.S. feds have decided to
It's
do.
kind of fucked, though.
I mean, you're okay with it in the U.S.
Because the U.S. is one country.
It's a collection of states.
But we're all one country.
That have-
We were actually one country from the very beginning.
Yeah, but still.
A nation under God. It's literally the slogan.
If
Yes.
someone wants to secede, fuck, like...
Well, states
If
aren't
they
allowed
wanna
to. We
secede,
fought an
I mean,
entire civil war
we are.
over states trying to secede and maintain their slaves.
Okay, well, okay, I'm gonna... This is a very hot take. It wasn't just about slavery. That's what everyone says it was, but it wasn't. Slavery
It was
was-
mostly about slavery.
It was about, like, there's more to it.
There is more
about-
to it, but a giant chunk of it was definitely slavery.
It was about, okay, like, it was about the rights of, like, states being able to dictate their own rights, and that may have been slavery. But
Yes.
it,
Yes, it was. And half of the country decided that's not okay. And we don't want to live next to people who are doing
most
that.
Most people in general didn't like slavery, and most people don't like slavery still.
Why are we talking
Most-
about slavery?
Like, most people don't like slavery.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that's a given. Most people don't like slavery because people then imagine themselves like, what if I was in this person's shoes? Oh! And then they start to realize, oh, God,
Only the Chinese government could do that.
It's fucking horrible. Like, even back then, most people didn't like slavery, but they, like, generally, the only people that liked slavery were the people that profited off of it, which was like a tiny, minuscule, ridiculously small
I'm willing
portion
to
of the
bet, though, there was also a ton of people who
Because
just
they yelled the
did not give a
loudest.
fuck.
Because they yelled the loudest in government, they were heard the most.
No, they were... Well, actually, I suppose, yeah.
I really don't think that, like, the entire... I guess you could effectively call it a separate nation. I don't really think the entirety of that nation down there would, like, have fought a war, like, solely for the express purpose of fighting for slavery.
How do you guys feel? Like, this is a random hypothetical thought I've had for a while, but how do you guys feel like the world would react to a godlike figure actually showing up, has like godlike powers that can, with like basically a snap of his fingers, like stop world wars by completely annihilating armies that stand in their way?
Well, the first thing, I would assume it's not a god. I would assume it's just a more powerful being that happens to
I mean, yeah,
exist in the
obviously,
universe.
that's why I said godlike.
However, However, if it was literally God and it could be proven to me, I would be like, oh, I was wrong.
Yeah, no, I'm saying strictly godlike.
That I'd laugh.
He has powers that are far beyond anybody's comprehension or ability to stop.
Well,
Will never be
one
able
of
to
my
stop
major
this.
problems with, like,
yeah.
belief in God, personally, one thing that has bugged me the most is, like, I'm not an omnipotent, all-powerful, all-knowing being, but if I was, I wouldn't create a population of things and say, you must worship me. By the way, I'm only gonna let you know I exist through really, really weird, non-specific ways. Like, if I created a group of things I wanted to worship me, I would be like, hello, here I am, kiss my ass. Like, I wouldn't hide it behind layers of complicated bullcrap.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I'm not an omnipotent, all-powerful being, so maybe there is a God, and there's a reason that it doesn't do that, but
All I'm saying,
that's not
if
how I would
was-
behave in
if,
that
if I was
position.
some god, Yugoslavia would not be here any longer.
Yugoslavia would not be here.
As
If
for
I
me,
was a god, Detroit would have been nuked a long time ago.
Yeah, if I was some godlike figure like that, which I've actually thought
You
about
wouldn't live in
because
Detroit.
literally just because of my Demon Slayer character, which eventually gets that kind of power.
Oh
before
god,
death,
you and your
obviously,
fucking story.
is that I would probably end up going to like I would probably use my omnipotence to like figure out every single individual problem and then use the power of like basic light speed, but like somehow manipulating it, you know, to where physics doesn't apply to where it's like
You would
flash
solve
physics,
every
so
single problem in existence, got it.
yeah, basically, I would.
You
solve
could have
every
just said
problem,
that.
and then I would lord over everybody else, and I would literally be like, I can be anywhere and everywhere. Anybody starts a goddamn problem, I will basically make it to where hell is a fucking vacation home that you wish you had.
You'd be a dictator.
Kind of, but I'd also make it to where everybody is not a dickhead to one another. That, you know, people don't get to be, like, first off, corporations
It's still a
don't get to
dictator.
fuck people over. First rule. Corporations
Well, I mean, if you're a
have
god, couldn't you
care.
just take over all the corporations?
I mean, yeah, I would probably.
Like, couldn't you just, like,
I
do
would
that
give
if you wanted them to
corporations-
stop
I
being
would give
corrupt?
Corporations a chance to see if they can do it on their own.
But why
and
would you
then
do
if they
that if you're a
can't-
godlike being and you're just gonna
Because I
control
would
everything?
want to see it if they could do it on their own. A sort
You
of
give it a chance.
test of it. Yes, give them a chance. Test them a little. See if they can actually come through. And if they can't, then yes, I'll take over all the corporations and be like, hey, guess what, Disney? Now I own you.
I
Now
mean,
fuck your remakes. We're going back to
if I
animation.
was in the exact same position as you,
We're
I
not
would
remakes,
just,
it's just
if I
Pixar.
really wanted to just be a fucking god that was a dictator, I would literally just control everything. There's literally no reason to just have my creations run things. Like, there's zero reason for it. Because they're just gonna fuck it up.
Here's the thing: you give them free will so that they have the choice really to.
Yeah, no,
believe it or not.
if I was trying to create something like Demon saying where he wants to create like a perfect environment, I straight up wouldn't give them free will. If I was trying to create a perfect environment, I would create a perfect environment, which would involve
know for a fact
eliminating the
it's still gonna be
creation.
flawed
Like,
in certain areas, but I would at least do my damnedest to make sure that like it's not gonna happen on a massive scale to the point like people are starting wars again and shit. Like, nah, none of that bullshit. Basically, I'm gonna have it to where the only kind of like really outburst that might happen might be like a bad relationship and like a murder. In which case, I'm not gonna. Step
oh
in
yeah,
on
I'm
that.
gonna eliminate everything except for murder. You know, that's fine.
No, I'm gonna let people do their own thing, but I'm going to be like, if you step way too fucking far out of line and pull a fucking god no-no, like god level no-no, you're going to face my fucking wrath. But if it's like,
so it's like a
me,
stay in your own lane.
yeah, but if it's like, oh, look, this like one lover I had double-crossed me and cheated on me, so I killed her. Like, I'm gonna let the cops deal with that, and I'm not gonna step in.
What?
That's something for the cops to deal with, not me.
You would be a terrible god.
People will be people. I cannot silence that.
I mean, yes,
If I
if
try
you
to
are
silence
the
I also
all-powerful
wanna
creator,
I
you
also
could
wanna
literally
be a
just
god
remake
that,
them.
Yes, while having dictator-like qualities, in that sense, also was a god that people would like look up to and be like, you know, I can respect this guy.
Why do I have a feeling like
dictatorship.
I have a feeling like half of the United States would just be like no and do everything you told them not to do because freedom?
Yeah, like they would definitely probably try to find like they would definitely fund themselves a research facility dedicated to try and finding my weaknesses, of which there would be none. So the point of which would be null and void.
We made it to a nuke. You have no say.
Like they throw a nuke at me, it fucking blows up on top of me.
No, you won't.
I just walk out of it untouched, just like unscratched. They're just like, well, we've
Ow.
used everything, boys. Pack it up.
The nuke. We can now drop it.
Oh, jeez, I forget who wrote this book, but when I went to college, they required us to read it for English. It was like a self-help book written by some, I don't know, fucking. It was like 12 Rules of Life or some shit. The guy claims to be an atheist, but he has an entire fucking chapter in which he wanes on about the Bible in the most confusing, like, thing I've ever read in my entire life, and I had zero fucking clue what he was trying to say. Like,
yeah, you can be an atheist and still appreciate the literature.
Yeah, no, but the problem was like the chapter he had written was like complete gobbledygook nonsense garbage, like going on about the Bible. Like I had no fucking idea what he was trying to say. And even the English professor was like, yeah, this entire chapter doesn't make any sense, so just completely fucking ignore it. Like, we all did, because the chapter made no sense. Like, it made sense, and then he brought the Bible into it and just decided that he was going to forget how to speak English the second he did that. Like, it wasn't like he was quoting Bible passages or something and they were confusing us. No, he just was being stupid. Like, the entire chapter is written extremely badly, and I have no idea what he was trying to say.
You know, to be fair, now that I'm actually thinking back on it with my thought process, like now a little bit clearer, which I know is weird to say because I'm high as fuck and even higher now, but I get clearer thoughts when I'm high sometimes. Is that, to be fair, I think if I had godlike power, I would probably use it to be more of a superhero than a god. I'd probably just be an
honestly, if I had godlike power,
like,
I don't have godlike power, but if I had godlike power, I feel like I would get really fucking bored pretty quickly.
Yeah, I'd probably play the superhero role, and all I would be is an omnipotent superhero, where I would know where bad things are gonna happen, when, and I could stop them. And by having omnipotence, like true omnipotence, I could even see the past and future, which would then mean I could see events and judge based
You know what
on, like,
the most
overall effect to timelines, whether or not they'd be worth.
You know what my
stopping.
most the theory, I don't believe it, but the theory I like the idea of the most is the egg one, which is basically humanity is just one living being being recycled over and over and learning how to become a god, and eventually once humanity is played out, it'll just be a life form that has been taught everything it needs to be taught. You guys there?
Bunch of gift copies of Payday 2. And
My internet died on me there for a moment.
Wait, hold on, Sponkold, I have an idea.
Do you hear me?
Yes, we do hear you.
Okay. So it is working again.
Hold on, I'm gonna type this.
Why are you talking about Payday 2? What are you planning?
We're not talking about Payday 2.
I literally came in here and you went, what if we just get a bunch of gift copies of Payday 2? You're talking about Payday 2.
I just said that. It's 99 cents.
Anyway, when my stream goes back on, I think I'm just going to end it, though, because... Oh, it is back on, because it's pretty much time for me to end it anyways. Yeah. Stream over. Hit the buttons on the right platforms. Goodbye.
Do you think that'll work? I just ended you in DM. Do you think that'll work?
What do you mean? What do you mean by money challenge?
Like a challenge
Like
that he does, and he gets paid in the end. Basically bribery.
Look, I was just gonna spend like $3 on Payday 2 copies.
Why?
I mean, I'd be willing to go and dip into that bribery too.
Dude, you literally couldn't pay me to play that game again.
But could we pay you to play Majesty?
No, you also couldn't pay me to play that either.
But why?
Because there's absolutely zero way I would ever have fun with it.
But you'd get paid at least.
You know what, Slayer? How about this, right? You get me the game, I play it, and if I do not have fun, you owe me $1,000. How about that?
I don't have that kind of money to throw around.
Okay, well then it's not happening.
Do.
Because like I would need a significant sum of money to be miserable for a couple of hours.
It is adorable.
What do you mean a couple of hours?
Couple of hours. I assume we would play this for a couple of hours at a time.
I mean, for like most of the quests like that I've encountered, like it really only took me like maybe half an hour to 45 minutes to complete it, and that was for like the harder ones. The easier ones took maybe like 15 minutes if I got lucky. Like the quests aren't that difficult. That's why it's fun. They're difficult enough that they keep you slightly on edge, but not on edge enough to be like, more like in the sense of like, oh, okay, I gotta remember to do this here and that there, and now I get to relax for a couple seconds.
Yeah, the more you describe this game, the more it sounds horrible.
It's chill, but also like kind of it's stressful chill. I don't know.
Dude, the more you describe the game, the worse it sounds, because you keep going, well, wait, it has this mechanic, and it's a mechanic from some type of game, which is the mechanic I hate most about that type of game. Like, you've literally done nothing but describe things that I hate being woven together. You are literally describing what I would consider to be the worst video game ever created. The more you describe it. The more you add to it, the more it is just shit that I don't like. Like, you've literally every single thing about this game has been something I don't like, and then you're like, but wait, there's this, and it's something else that I don't like. Like, so far, this entire thing has just been you describing game mechanics that are thrown together in a way that shouldn't work, that I don't like.
I get if you're not into RTS. It's really
no, I am not an RTS person, and every element added to this to be like a twist on it.
I just like it.
Every single element added to this game that's supposed to be a twist to like make it different, just stuff from games that I happen to hate. Like, this doesn't sound fun.
I have one last option. One last idea.
I'm not playing it.
No, with this. But if I showed you hands-on gameplay?
I'm good.
I tried to extract my Hoyle puzzle games folder. I
Come on, Josh. All you have to do is watch. That's not
I
gonna kill you.
don't want to.
It's not going to kill you.
I
Just
would
watch
rather
like-
do so many other things with my time right now. I would rather
Just
shove
watch
stuff up my ass and not the
Give me
comfortable things.
5 minutes.
No.
5 minutes. That's all I'll need.
Dude, it would be
5
more
minutes.
it would be more worth my time to go outside and lay down on the road naked for 5 minutes.
Come on, dude. I don't ask much of you. 5 minutes of your time.
No.
You suck.
I would rather do anything else with those 5 minutes.
But you suck, sir.
It's like a Civ 6 clone.
Like, the
No.
only thing I'm not willing to do is pay you to shut up because my money is worth more than that.
Look, I'll play this quest here.
And I'm not gonna watch it.
Do you like a commentary of it being described to you?
No. Because it's been described to me already. I mean, you can go ahead and do it, but again,
This looks exactly
the
like
entire
Age of
game,
Empires.
it looks like what?
It looks almost exactly like Age of Empires.
Yeah, Age of Empires is a resource management game, which I'm pretty bad at and don't have much fun in, but I'm aware this is nothing like that. Unless it is, and that's been left out, in which case, great. Something that I'm really bad at is now thrown into the mix of stuff that I hate.
Your marketplace now serves you better.
Who the fuck? Did I hear someone with a Kermit voice?
He was
I
trying
was
to
imitating Yoda.
I can do a
too
fucking
many
impression,
speeders.
but I have to like calibrate it.
Too many speeders.
Outbreak.
I can do a Kermit impression, but I always have to like calibrate it for a minute before I can actually do it right.
I can't do it.
So I always start out by doing a Jordan Peterson impression.
Who's Jordan Peterson?
Oh, who?
Clean your room. The 12 Rules for Life guy.
Oh, that guy. Oh wait, he's the one who wrote it. Okay.
Clean your room, bucko. Clean your room. Clean your room. That's awful.
Actually, we did
Doesn't
have
do
to
it.
watch. OBS is currently active. It's not supposed to be.